The idea of allowing your own crucifixion.
The look on his face is like, oh, whoa. Hello there.
I'm Robert.
And I'm Vanessa.
And we are late to the party, and we are finally watching season 1 of True Detective. The party planning committee on our Patreon, as well as in our members section, voted, and True Detective is now going to be added to the list. If you're on Patreon, we're going to be releasing them well before they end up hitting YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, they already watched it all over there. In fact, the whole season's already there.
I was going to say the whole season is already on Patreon if you can't wait. But I am looking forward to watching this. I know that I remember when it first came out and everyone was like, oh my God, it was so good, or it is so good. And I was like, okay, let me just I'll put it on my watch list. I have a whole bunch of stuff that's on my watch list. And then I never really got into the mood to be like, okay, I'm going to sit down and watch True Detective. But you know what? It's better late than never.
It's like Mindhunter, you got to dedicate your emotions, your heart, your mind to something like this. Something so dense, emotional, and more than likely violent and terrible.
I mean, it's HBO.
It is. It's not
Anything
TV.
can happen.
It's not TV. It's HBO. So we are prepared emotionally. We aren't, but we're going to try, and we're going to get to season 1 of True Detective. If you guys want to watch the full watch-alongs, or like I said, for the YouTube watchers, any of the other episodes, we've already released them there. You can do that on our Patreon or in our member section on YouTube.
And if you've not subscribed, click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when we drop the next episode to True Detective.
But let's get into episode 1 of season 1 of True Detective now. Just jumping right into it, huh? Michelle Moynihan.
T-Bone.
George Costanza's nickname, or at least the nickname he wanted. T-Bone. That's a butt.
Yeah. All right. When I said all right, I was like, oh, don't say the other two all right.
I love what they're doing with their faces and just the environment.
Well, you don't pick your parents and you don't pick your partner. You know, they used to call him the tax man for a while. Took 3 months till we got him over to the house for dinner. Rust? Pick a fight with the sky. Didn't like its shade of blue.
He's got a temper.
Poor bastard looked like he was on his way to the firing squad.
Murder. Man.
You can thank the advertiser for that. I'd been on the job about 3 months till then. 2 previous cases were open and shut. 1995, my daughter's birthday.
Yeah,
Young Spry.
This case must have broken him.
Oh, jeez.
It's definitely staged.
Yep.
Got ourselves a ritualistic killer.
Them symbols is satanic.
Look at your marks on her wrist, ankles, and knees.
That's why they called him the tax man. He had this big ledger. Looked funny walking door to door with it.
I mean, you never know what the thing's gonna be.
Dang. It's crazy seeing like there to here. Granted, it's been a while because it's 2012 versus 1995.
Which type were you?
Oh, I was just a regular type dude with a big ass dick.
Oh my gosh.
Rust? Now, his Texas files were classified.
He was more calculated.
Second week we were together, I saw where he was living. Kind of made me feel for the guy.
I'd offer you a seat, but,
Past a certain age, a man without a family can be a bad thing.
In some situations, maybe. Left to your own devices.
Too busy with other things.
Consumed by your work.
Is that an organ?
We'd encountered a metapsychotic, which I had to explain to Marty what metapsychotic was.
He studies.
This is gonna happen again. Or it's happened before. It's fantasy enactment, ritual, fetishization, iconography.
You get that from one of your books?
I did.
Books can be helpful.
This idea goes way back with him.
You got a chapter in one of those books on jumping to conclusions?
That's true.
You start to bend the narrative to support it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prejudice yourself.
Yeah, you start seeing what you want.
Try to pick out evidence that support that too and ignore the rest.
I guarantee this wasn't his first. It's too specific.
You gotta come to dinner. Can't put Maggie off anymore, so you just gotta.
Needs to know whose hands you're putting your life into.
There's nothing I can do about it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but
In a way, it's kind of like an inner monologue that's happening, but we're seeing it in like
True.
2 different time frames.
It's a confessional, you know.
Yeah.
It's no different than what you get with like reality TV,
Sure.
where you're seeing it play out, but you're also getting to hear their inner monologue about it.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
He's very disheveled.
Yeah.
Might as well be living on the fucking moon.
All kinds of ghettos in the world.
it's all one ghetto, man. Giant gutter in outer space.
Yeah. There's some nice parts.
What do you got the cross for in your apartment?
It's a form of meditation. The idea of allowing your own crucifixion.
The look on his face is like, oh, whoa.
I'm what's called a pessimist.
Okay, what's that mean?
Means I'm bad at parties.
You ain't great outside of parties either.
I think human consciousness is a tragic misstep in evolution. We are creatures that should not exist by natural law.
Well, that sounds god fucking awful, Russ.
Programmed with total assurance that we are each somebody, when in fact everybody's nobody.
It's starting to sound like Jim Carrey. This is how Jim Carrey talks nowadays.
Yeah.
What's the point of getting out of bed in the morning?
Obviously my programming. And I lack the constitution for suicide.
Oh, boy.
3 months, I don't hear a word from you, and
You asked.
And you lay all this on him right now? He's like, man, I need a drink now.
I know.
let's make the car a place of silent reflection from now on.
He's done.
Yeah.
You're too
He
much of a
tried.
downer for him.
He tried.
Listen, when you're at my house, I want you to chill the fuck out. Don't even mention any of that bullshit you just said to me. Before she had antlers.
Hey.
Fuck.
The dude's in so much stuff.
Yeah.
What about him? What do you think?
No, he's got a real mind for it.
Yeah.
That you can't deny.
You do the briefing tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
It's your case.
Hello, sir.
Jerk.
Do you mind if I skate?
You want me to go with you?
Nah, just something to do.
You go ahead. I'll take care of the paperwork.
Told you Tillo called, or we got an ID. State.
I don't know why, but he's definitely giving me the vibe that something happened to his family.
Yeah.
And that's why he's very in this, like,
Yeah. Broken.
state.
He does feel broken already.
Yeah.
It wasn't the case.
No, it was something else.
Yeah. And they said his information was classified or something when he came to the department.
I was hoping to ask y'all a few questions.
I'm murder police.
Somebody got killed.
Yep.
Oh.
Turn up the heat a little.
You get pills pretty easy. Relax. I want some.
Speed.
No. Quaaludes.
Huh.
I don't sleep.
Okay.
So is Michelle Moynihan Woody Harrelson's wife?
Why didn't you come to bed?
You fell asleep in the chair. I've done that. Fell asleep on the couch.
Oh, shit. I got a shower.
Press conference.
Oh, yeah.
Tell him I'm debriefing the squad all morning.
I'm like taking a nap on that, and then now you got to do this stuff. No, thank you.
So she was drugged, bound, tortured with a knife, strangled, posed out there.
Whew. The works.
Yeah.
This place is like somebody's memory of a town, and the memory's fading.
Wow. Yeah. There's a lot of towns like that.
Stop saying shit like that.
There's a lot of stuff that's happening right now, like with malls and stuff, you know?
It's a bygone era.
Yeah.
I would love to have a discussion with his character. Like, that's my kind of dude.
You can have that. I'm
The
okay.
pessimist. I love
I'm
it.
okay.
I don't sleep. I just dream.
He's like a walking poet.
Some advice, you make it out, and you stay busy.
I'm curious as to why they're questioning them, too.
Maybe he's a killer's back or the copycat or something. Baby girl, get your ass back inside. It's dangerous.
If she really was there,
Oh,
or if
shit.
it was just a process of his imagination.
Yeah.
You know where the family lives?
They moved after.
They mow.
I want to ask y'all something. Y'all think maybe this have something to do with those cats?
What cat?
Turn the insides out and nail them to the front door twice.
No.
Now that looked like something my old auntie taught us how to make when I was a tyke. Some folks call them bird traps. Old auntie told us that they were devil nets. Tell them stories why they tied sticks together.
Those are sticks that are tied together. Cross.
10-year-old girl goes missing, that doesn't go statewide.
Little girl's better off with her daddy. Mom seemed to agree.
R and I said you had a complaint these parts around December. Little girl getting chased through the woods.
She told us that looked exactly right. Yeah, you want to call on the APB on that, you go right ahead.
Listen, boys, I'm gonna have to call a time out, make a beer run. I'll take a sixer of old Milwaukee or Lone Star, nothing snooty.
Nothing snooty.
Nope.
My off days, I start drinking at noon. You don't get to interrupt that.
Wow. Oh, boy.
Hey, we have that camera.
Coming right up,
Appreciate a
sir.
little hustle up on that.
You want to talk Dory? What she said I done now. Talking about she's gonna become a nun.
Why none?
No, man, she was hot. She met a king. Yeah.
Oh, crown.
Made her the queen.
What Dory do?
She dead.
Dory's dead.
Thank you, boys.
Yeah, the demeanor
Perked
changed.
up a little.
Yep. Lone Star.
That's a way to start the day.
You gotta get a load on before you visit my family.
No, Mark, it's not like that. I don't drink because I've had trouble with it before. I didn't mean to. I was checking out a CI and I ended up hanging around a bar. Sitting there, I couldn't think of a good reason not to.
Because it's his daughter's birthday and she's probably dead.
Probably.
I mean, I assume he's living by himself, so unless
Yeah.
they move somewhere else.
Try to make 10 minutes of conversation.
Got it.
Get you out of here.
Why would you want him around? Let him leave.
We'll try this some other time. Well, I tried to tell her you aren't big on socializing.
I said your life's in this man's hands, right?
Word for word what I said.
Yep.
I never fired my gun.
Have you fired your gun?
Audrey.
Oh.
Here we go.
Yes.
Dad's never shot anybody.
Well, that's
Never had
good.
to.
I grew up in Alaska. I've been working here the last 10, 12 years.
Alaska.
You're not married?
Once.
What happened?
Children?
One. She passed. Marriage didn't last long after that.
Okay.
You ever ask him about himself?
Tried.
Baby, trust me, you do not want to pick this man's brain.
He's been through so much.
Yep.
Need to go or what?
No, it's nothing. Can't wait till tomorrow.
He's gonna stick it out.
Yeah, he is. He's like, God dang it.
You fly fish?
A little bit.
He's watching him like a hawk. Look at that.
Worry about that.
Same question. Like, look a little bit.
Yeah, it was a good cut.
You stay in touch?
No, I haven't talked to Russ in 10 years.
Dang. I want to know what happened. I know, it's great.
We're about to
I'm
find
invested.
out.
I want to know.
Yeah.
He was a good detective. I can say that because it's the truth. But why am I talking about dinner?
Yeah, why all the personal info?
Why don't you do your own fucking legwork, you rat fuck?
Yeah, smack him in the face.
Ooh. Yeah. Actual slap.
You might know the Reverend Tuttle.
We've been discussing the viability of a task force to investigate crimes with an anti-Christian connotation.
Do what?
There is a war happening behind things.
Doesn't even look him in the eye.
Anti-Christian. Fucks.
I mean, it is the 90s, right? So...
Anti-Christian task force.
It's all
Jeez.
anti-Christian. Everything is anti-Christian.
This whole show is no.
The sound of a gaggle of hens.
Yeah, you better watch your mouth or they're gonna peck your eyes out. Is that the
depositions. I thought I should
Hey, the Dario, right?
Yeah, Alexander. Yeah.
I know it's Alexandra, because I don't know if it's Andrea.
No,
Ander,
it's not.
Andrieto.
Alexandria? Yeah, you're right. I don't, yeah.
Missing girl, 5 years gone. Report made in error.
She had an uncle who lived nearby. And we'll call it intuition.
We wanted to ask you about your niece, Marie.
Did you know Marie's birth father?
Lynn,
Do you know where Debbie is now?
she married another man. Not the one she's with, Marie.
What do you see?
She played here all the time. More than her mama's.
Let's see why.
All they ever told us was a cerebral event. A series of strokes, like.
It's terrible. That just happened to him randomly.
Yeah.
Multiple strokes, one right after another. That sucks, dude.
Inside on the floor on the right.
What is it?
Ooh. Oh, no. That's the connection.
Bet you want to hear the hero shot, huh? A place we carried the kids out. So what does she look like? That one in Lake Charles.
What's going on?
They don't want anyone else to see.
I guess.
Tell us anything about that, Mr. Cole.
Yeah, it looks a lot like the one from 95.
Oh, yep.
Well, you knew that already.
So they're bringing him in because maybe strikes again.
Oh, maybe they
You
think
off
it's
the grid
them.
for 8 years, right? Show back up here 2010.
My question is,
How could it be him if we already caught him in 95?
Oh, shit. Copycat? Or it's you.
I mean, there could be multiple that were doing it all together and one of them got caught.
And start asking the right fucking questions.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true. More than one.
Yeah. And they had to lay low for a little bit and now they're back.
I love him. Look at him. I love him. I want to know.
Yeah.
I would like to know more.
That's good. That's how Alexandra. Yeah. That's her name.
Alexandra?
Yeah, Alex.
Or Andrea?
No, Alexandra.
Alexandra.
That was a good first episode. It very much kind of reminded me the way that the first episode of The Following grabbed me.
Oh, but that was incredible. Incredible.
And we're to the point where you're like, shit, like I need to know what's going on. Whereas like with this one too, you're just like, okay, you start off with, they've got a case, but there's two different time frames going on. And it's like, okay, why are they asking them to come and tell the story that happened back in 95 in 2012? So, and then obviously at the end right there is because, it's happening again.
Another killer, copycat killer, but they don't know all the details.
Yeah.
Or at least the killer shouldn't know all the details unless A, they were involved with it already once before, or it's somebody on the inside doing the killings. Hence why they're hesitant to share all the information because they may be suspects themselves, the detectives.
Maybe.
Mostly
but
him.
it doesn't, I was going to say, it doesn't even look like he is is a police officer anymore as part of the police. So
Right.
they can't really give him more information.
It's true. They are treating him a little bit more like a suspect.
Right.
Just in the
Versus
demeanor.
that and like the way he's dressed too versus the way that Willie Harrelson's character is dressed. He's
Yeah.
more with the tie and everything. So he's probably still part of the bureau or whatever.
And it feels
the
more
state.
like peers talking to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
but
something must have happened. And we're gonna find out.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see where it goes. And then the fact where he's like, well, we already caught him. So you know they're going to end up catching whoever it is, but we know that there's going to be more to the story besides whoever they end up catching.
Yeah.
I love a good whodunit. I love a good murder mystery. And this is already just within the first episode shaping up to be a fun ride because it's anthological. Like it's one season and then it's done because season 2 and 3, I believe, are completely separate on their own, and season 4 as well.
Yeah.
And you got Jodie Foster for season 4.
Jodie Foster.
So
that's true.
Yeah, isn't Mahershala Ali in one of them, like season 2 or 3?
Oh, you're right. I think so. Yeah.
They're going for powerhouses, so
Yeah.
it's got to be in the writing. And just so far with this episode, writing is top notch. Really excited to see where they go with this season. But what did you think of this first episode? Obviously, you know that there's, the twists and turns that are ahead of us.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, though, because if you're watching this, we already watched the whole thing, so you can't spoil it for us. So.
That's true. If you want to spoil it in this first episode, but that's what I like. If somebody's watching a show that I've already seen before, and I go and I watch them watch it, it's interesting and awesome to kind of see if can they pick up on things that will be happening or is happening during the thing.
Right.
And it's cool when they're like, oh, I think it's this, and this. And they're like, you know what? Dang, they're pretty spot on. Or they go completely left field with a thing that they're talking about. So I don't know. I'm excited to see. Like I said, I love a good whodunit. So
absolutely.
We'll see.
Looking forward to this one. Thank you guys so much. You can do the thing
on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Discord.
All the social networking. Join, so you know where they are. Kick into the party. Fuel the party. Keep the party going on our Patreon or members section. If you want to check out the next episode, actually, no. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can check out the entire season with us already right now.
On Patreon.
On Patreon. I know. We're jumping in timelines too. But thanks so much. And as always,
now it's time to say goodbye.
This party is over.
Bye.
Bye.